talking about COVID-19. The vaccine is out, and we have Dr. Dr. Jecha on the phone. Larry Jecha, he is our interim health officer here in Yakima. And good morning, doctor.
Good morning to you.
You are still the interim, right? The interim part
yes,
is
I'm still the interim. Yes,
still applies.
I've been in this business a long time, and I'm helping out until you can get your health officer, which I think they're going to be interviewing pretty quickly. So.
Right on.
Are you not in the running, sir?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in the running. I've been in this business for well over 50 years in public health, military 23, and then over 30 years in public health.
Then I should say, are you in the walking, sir? You're going to let this one get past you then. Okay. Well, we appreciate the interim service then. That's nice of you to make yourself available for that. What about, it almost seems sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It is not superfluous, but timing's everything. The board meeting met. We were going to talk about, should we drop our county mask thing? They voted to sort of put the pressure on you to maybe look into this. And the next thing we know, all of a sudden we are where we are.
Okay. We can talk about... we're under masking. We're under the state guidance for masking. It's not a county. It was a county when the state didn't have a masking policy, but it's superseded by state, higher policy when it's more strict. So we're with the state policy, and that's changing as we speak. As you know, that the masking policy. I'm sure there'll be another one coming out in the next few days because using the CDC guidance.
As a guy who's been in this business, sir, for as long as you have and seen all that you have, give us your snapshot on how this whole thing has been handled, if you would. I think a lot of people would like to hear from someone that, is on your level where you've dealt with people and in the trenches and all the various things, and as you see what the feds do. And they're not listening, so you don't have to be nice. So tell us what it really is.
No, we haven't been through a pandemic. We were preparing for that, and it's way more than we ever dreamed of. Remember the bird flu? We were talking about a pandemic, and we prepared, and we had a lot more emergency management. But when it hit last year, it was really unexpected. I think, considering we've done a great job, I think the vaccination is probably is going to be our hero because vaccinations have been just kind of put to the side. Not a lot of new vaccines come out. Like the flu, we're still using old flu technology. There was good technology. In fact, that's how we have the vaccines now. They brought that out. The Pfizer, Moderna, the RMNA. It was used for cancer, for killing cancer cells in the past. So these vaccines aren't really new. They're new for using it for infectious disease. So
that's an important point because I've heard a lot of people say, this stuff is untested, untried, but that technology.
They've used this for cancer for many years, and now that it's developed it against. And I think for the future, it's going to be great for other vaccines because this vaccine's a lot better than what we usually see when, like the old shingles came out. It was, 50% effective. So, this is great.
Just a new application for something that we already know how it works.
Right.
And I don't know that word got out as much.
Johnson is still, we have some, it's like the hepatitis A. It uses a virus that doesn't infect people, and it uses it to carry the genetic material that creates the antibody production. So both of them are good, and but it's I think that's the best thing that came out of this is we've put our money and research into something that's going to pay off in the long run, and hopefully we can get a flu vaccine that good. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be wonderful.
Well, we've heard that hepatitis A shot just is almost 100% fix you up.
Yeah,
kind of
I love
thing.
it, and that's the same one that Johnson. That's the same technology Johnson & Johnson is using.
Oh, excellent. Well, we're here to talk about the COVID vaccine. I appreciate all that background, Doctor, very much. Thank you. And the message is for some people look at our society today and say, look, this stuff has been made available enough that anybody who wants a vaccine by now likely could have had it or has had it. So what do we say to those people who haven't?
That, we're getting there. Those that haven't, a lot of times though, we've done some surveys. People just are procrastinators. I'm a procrastinator, so we put things off, and sometimes it's not quite available. So we still have a lot of outreach out there. We're getting there. We have Yakima County, I think we're at 48% and rising, and so that's good news. And we have other things going for us because we have the weather. The virus is cold. It likes the cold. It doesn't like heat. So, going into these warmer days is helping a lot too. So we've got, like you say, there's a lot of things going together here in our favor.
Well, that's encouraging.
Very much so.
Let's talk to those folks out there that don't have a vaccination yet because they have some kind of concerns. You're here to tell us, hey, I had COVID. I got the vaccine, got 2 shots, and got knocked on my butt after both shots for about 48 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual. I didn't have hardly any reaction. A little sore arm, not as bad as a tetanus shot. Everyone's different, but it's sure worth that little pain in the arm because you're not protecting just yourself; it's others. And I think that's what we have to know. And in public health, we have to, you have individual rights and public rights. But when you do something and it helps others. That's a great way.
Absolutely, and that too, I think, gets forgotten a little bit. It is for yourself and others, for sure.
I'm curious what you think about the incentives now. I notice that you're offering a free drink. There's lots of incentives now. Do you think you'll see more people take advantage of that and maybe become vaccinated?
Time's going to tell. I think it probably depends on the demographic, on the age of the individuals, in millennials versus some of on the traditionals. I'm not really old, but if it works, it's great. Anything that will increase, I'm for. So. We've never done it in public health before. We've never had money to give incentives or anything like that. So that's a new area for me.
Well, Ohio's going to give away $5 million, and they start today. So how about if Dr. J puts $50 in the pool for Yakima County?
Well, I think that would bring probably people that are procrastinating out.
Yeah.
I think that would.
I think a dollar sign will do it. That's a pretty good magnet. So, are we going to? We see a number of these clinics and stuff sort of tailing back a little bit. We are going to still continue to provide plenty of opportunity for those people. All the rest of this summer, fall into winter, or yeah?
Yes. Well, we'll just have to play it by ear. We've never done this before, so but yes, they will be available, and hopefully, eventually, it'll get back into our own medical providers. We'll be able to take care of it like we do the flu.
Yeah. Are you confident that confident the state will be able to fully reopen by June 30th? You happy with that date?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I think so. Like I say, I think all the we're looking at the figures. We were still a pretty high rate a couple of weeks ago, but our rates have since then. And hospitalizations are down, and like I say, we're getting into the summer, the warm weather. Upper respiratory viruses usually don't like it. We don't get a lot of colds and things in the summertime, so I'm hoping for that.
Gotcha. Well, if an individual isn't fully vaccinated, I guess the recommendation is still to take those precautions, right, such as masks, physical distancing, washing up, all of the things that we did at the start, we should still be doing if we haven't gotten fully vaccinated. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. And I think people with like immune compromised issues or things like that should also.
Right on. Last word yours, Doctor. What else do you want the Valley to know?
We thank you for hanging in there for so long, and the community has really done well, and we thank them, and go out there and get that vaccination if you haven't, to help your community, because that's who you're helping.